Welcome back, everybody. We're through with the rest hold. We've knocked out the hot tags. We knocked out the Asked Him. So we've got two main events that we're going to be doing instead of just the usual one because they're kind of meh. Neither one of them is strong enough to stand on their own, I think. So we're going to just do two of them to make up for it. And one of them, actually, the one we're going to be talking about now, was going to be a lot more than what they gave us. But WWE has decided to only announce 4 of their categories for the Slammy Awards yet. They're going to be rolling them out a little bit here and there throughout the week. And instead of just knocking them all out in one shot that I thought that they were going to do, they were going to, drag it out. But they did announce 4 categories of what I'm assuming are probably going to be roughly 20 if you count the online awards, if they do the online awards too, because they might not bother with that. They typically don't keep the same categories as the previous year. They are flexible with that, and it's not the Oscars. They don't need to have the same thing all the time. So it all depends on what they want to push, who they want to give awards to, and then they'll make an award specifically to give somebody something. But 4 categories have been announced, and what we're going to do is give our predictions of what we think is going to end up happening with that, and I guess in general, just talk about some other awards that we think they might end up doing. So, first up, the typical one that they usually do, Superstar of the Year. I have no idea who they're going to end up picking with this because everybody that I can think of has only been there for part of the year. Daniel Bryan was definitely the superstar at the beginning of the year. Roman Reigns was really doing well there until he ended up getting injured. Seth Rollins is probably my top pick. He's been there for the entire time. And if they don't go with Rollins, then I think that it's either a toss-up between John Cena or Rusev. But
Cena's been there all year.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're going to really put too much focus on him.
No. You remember that one year where he lost like every match, but he still won Superstar of the Year over the man who held the title for the whole year? I remember that year.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Now, they're probably going to be doing the voting for the fans for this one. Did they actually announce whether or not they're going to do that yet? I don't remember coming across anything.
Did they do that last year?
That's why I have 2 answers because of that.
Did they do that last year?
Yes, I think so.
I think they did it the past 3 years, maybe.
I thought they go, you go to the app and vote, but since you don't have to pay to vote, then they could technically do whatever they want to with the vote. So I didn't know if those were 100% real.
I think they are. Well, they kind of force you to pick a certain person because they pick the nominees. So if they really wanted it to be, I mean, they could be who's the superstar of the year? Is it John Cena or is it Curtis Axel or Fernando?
Except they give you legitimate guys every year who could possibly win.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they put fucking Sheamus or Big Show or something on there because they typically do that too. But if John Cena is in there and he's not up against somebody like a Daniel Bryan or a Roman Reigns or a Dean Ambrose or something, I would assume that he would win. But maybe they will give it to somebody like Rusev. I don't know. Let's go around here. Who do you think's going to end up winning? Miguel?
Superstar of the Year, right?
Yep.
I think it's going to go to Brock Lesnar. I think this is where they bring Brock back. He comes in, he accepts his award, he reminds people that, hey, I'm still the champion that I've been for the past few months, and I think if you're going to start anything with Brock Lesnar going into next year, I think it starts here. And I think it starts with the Superstar of the Year award.
Well, supposedly he's not booked for this show.
Supposedly. I mean, you never know.
Paul Heyman could easily accept it.
He doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
In fact, I think it would probably be even better if Heyman accepted it, be like, hey, my client could be here, but why would he waste time in this podunk little town? He's a main eventer. He appears for pay-per-views because he's the guy that conquered the Undertaker streak at WrestleMania. Like, we haven't heard that in a while.
Is this in South Carolina?
For free.
Is this show in South Carolina?
Yeah, probably.
I think so.
Why the fuck? Yeah, why the fuck would he show up to that? It's in fucking South Carolina. Who cares? You think they have the foresight to put this in some place that it actually fucking matters?
It's not for the arena. It's for the TV audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it would have it would really make that much of a difference if it was in New York or.
The Slammys could be a lot better if they like actually tried to build it as an actual award show instead of like, oh, we're just gonna.
The Slammys actually used to be like a small room award ceremony. People coming dressed up in tuxes and stuff.
Yeah,
kind of
like the Hall
better
of
back
Fame.
then.
The way that they treat the Hall of Fame now, they kind of did with the Slammys. Although, not to that extent. The Hall
No,
of
it was
Fame's
still very
different.
kayfabed up, and people would go on stage. And like I remember one time, Stone Cold went up, and he was supposed to, I think, either accepting or he was presenting your award. But then he just decided to start talking trash on all the superstars, calling out Savio Vega, calling out Goldust. It was awesome.
I loved Owen Hart stealing the awards.
Yes.
I remember when Todd Pettengill had his big medley of wrestler-related parody songs.
And Vince sang at the first Slammys.
Stand back.
Good thing that they don't bring that back. But
Stand back, stand back!
who do you think is winning Superstar of the Year, Drew?
I have a toss up in the air between a few people. I didn't even think about Lesnar until Miguel said it, but I could see Miguel, well, not Miguel winning it, but
Yeah.
I can see Miguel winning Superstar of the Year.
I think Miguel's got a shot.
Guys, Miguel's got a shot.
I did it, everybody! Woo!
I mean, if he can
But-
get past Kane, he can do it.
I love how the joke has been just the line, Blank's got a shot.
I don't even think I said that.
Yes,
I
you
said
did.
specific
Oh,
line?
you
Yes, you
fucking
did.
did.
It might have
Okay.
been something close to it, but not that actual line. It might have been something like, I think that he might get a win here, guys, or something, and we just changed it into, he's got a shot.
I love how he's like, I don't think I said that. Yes, you did.
Anyways, I think Lesnar has a shot, beating Undertaker. A few other people, maybe Rusev. I don't think they're going to give it to Cena or Bryan. I think it's going to be a new guy. I would say Seth Rollins, but I'm not so sure. So I think Brock Lesnar will win it and that Heyman will accept it on his behalf.
Peyton, who do you think's winning?
Yeah, my prediction for this is without a doubt Brock Lesnar. There's no better person you can make it. The WWE champion for the better part of the year completely dominated John Cena at SummerSlam, defeated the Undertaker streak at WrestleMania, completely mauled the Big Show at the beginning of the year. At least we forget that. Like, could you say anybody has had a better year or even close to as good of a year as Brock Lesnar has? It has to be him.
Now, if they do have the fan voting, I don't think that'll end up happening.
Well, the fans
Or
are
do
fucking
you-
stupid, so hopefully they don't listen to them.
If they do the fan voting, who do you think will end up winning?
If they do the fan voting,
It's going to be Cena.
I don't even think it would be Cena. I think it would probably be Bryan.
Yeah.
I think
He
it
was
would be.
going to be my second choice.
I bet that's why. If that's the case, I bet that's why they brought
Oh, why
Bryan
did
back
you take
last
my pick?
week, so they could keep. Hey, remember that one guy who? Yes, yeah, you should vote for him.
Yes.
What about you, Wego? Who's winning Superstar of the Year?
If WWE decides, I think they'll give it to Seth Rollins just because Brock Lesnar's never around. He's had a hell of a year, and I would have been more confident if the Authority was still empowered that he would have got it. So I'm a little hesitant, but I'll say Seth Rollins if it's WWE deciding. If it's the
Rollins?
fans, if the
No.
fans are deciding, it's definitely Daniel Bryan. Totally, there's no other way it's going to go.
No, I was just gonna mention Rollins has won like 8 pay-per-view matches in a row or something stupid like that, up until this past one. So, like, he's been on the road when it at least came to that kind of stuff.
And he still looks strong.
I'm actually really considering giving Seth Rollins Superstar of the Year for the Smark Out Moment of Year awards.
Oh man, but I thought you didn't like him. I thought he was your least favorite out of all the Shield brethren.
I
He
thought
was, but he's been consistent, and he's been not injured, not taking any time off. He's been really stepping his game up.
He's been eating those blinds.
Yeah, he's converted himself into like 8 different animals.
Also-
I think so.
Also, I know we haven't mentioned him yet when it comes to this, but I think Randy Orton should at least be considered for Superstar of the Year because
Get
he.
the fuck out.
I was saying
No.
he held the title at the beginning of the year, and
Like a week.
for 4 months actually. So shut the fuck up, okay?
Randy Orton's going to get an award, and we'll get to that when we get to one of the other awards, but I see him picking up an award.
Diva of the Year?
in the night. No.
Best lunchbox of the year.
Nah, that's gonna go to Batista.
Imagine if they had that award and brought Batista back just to not give it him.
And he's all like giddy and happy about it, like this shit-eating grin. He's just kind of like, guys, you don't understand how precious this lunchbox is. It's really special. Why is everybody booing me? You still don't want me here?
No, they have like a network special about him going to like his cribs, but it's just like his lunchbox room.
It's an episode of Warehouse. It's Batista's lunchbox warehouse.
Hey, Tony, you might want to add Batista's lunchbox to the joke list.
It's apparently becoming a good one. So we've got another category, Diva of the Year. The Diva. They should bring back Justin Roberts just to say that. He could be the presenter. I can only see it going to one of 4 people: AJ, Paige, or either one of the Bella twins.
Oh, really limiting your options there.
I mean, last year they gave it to
could be
both
all the
Bellas,
most popular
so.
divas.
It could be one of the 4 divas they actually had on TV this year.
You know that they'll all be eligible for nominees. They typically do that.
And you know what the sad thing is, Tony? I think you're going to be wrong.
Really? You think somebody else is going to win it?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
I'll let you finish your point.
Yeah, go for it, because I'll backtrack if I need to.
All right, well, first off, if I had to choose Diva of the Year, I'm pretty sure I would choose CM Punk. Just say. But if my legitimate, who I think they're going to pick, is probably going to be Stephanie.
Oh, damn. I didn't even think about Stephanie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She could be a really good contender for that.
Do we get points for fantasy for if we win a Slammy?
I hope not.
I think I did put something for that. It wasn't a lot. It was like 5 points or something like that.
That's cool.
Yay.
Now. It's okay.
Yeah, man. Stephanie could win this. I didn't think about that at all. Damn.
As long as they don't
She would win. She would win if that's going to be one of the throwaway ones where it's like strictly for kayfabe purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if they don't care about getting the fan vote, then...
Because I'm just going to say, Stephanie has done the best work of her career this year. She has been phenomenal.
I would kind of put all 4 of the people that I mentioned all on the same level. And that's why I would probably rather give it to Stephanie. Because she's been something extra. Like, AJ and Paige have had some decent matches. The Bella twins have, an important storyline going on, whatever. But none of them really, for the most part, got me interested in a story or anything. And Stephanie was the catalyst for a lot of that. So, fuck, yeah, I would give it to Stephanie more than anybody else. But if it's not Stephanie, out of the other people that are like the actual wrestling divas and stuff, I can see it going to AJ more than anybody, I guess.
Yeah, well, the big problem with this one is that even if you, especially if you factor Stephanie into it, all of the people that are up for the award in that regard are heels. I mean, yeah, AJ is kind of the face in her program, but I mean, she really is just only because of the fact that Paige is the heel in their feud that she has to be the babyface. I mean, I rarely have considered AJ any real face. Paige is a heel. Both the Bellers are now heels. And you got Stephanie.
Did they ever mention why Brie turned heel?
What?
Did they mention yet why Brie turned heel?
I don't get it. She's heel because she kissed AJ?
I don't
And
get...
now, this is the thing, like, she'll raise her arm when she comes to the ring with Nikki, and Nikki will knock it back down.
She's teaching her how to be a heel, I guess.
Yeah. I don't understand it because she's not under, like, contract to be her slave anymore.
I'm so confused. They just totally never mentioned, yeah, by the way, that contract's up now, so... They just completely abandoned that. Like, they were almost done with it, and they were just like, yeah, fuck, yeah, that never happened.
The best part about it now is that we don't have to listen to Brew Mode.
I think she still uses it.
Yeah, she did.
What the hell's Brew Mode?
Brew Mode would be so much better.
Drew mode.
Like some weird combination of Brie mode and Time Cow.
Bro.
Yeah, Drew mode.
So I don't know why she's a heel, but Brie should not win this.
Paige.
You're going with Paige?
Definitely. This year, she beat AJ, becoming the first NXT/WWE Divas champion at once. So,
Yeah,
can't
but
touch that.
wasn't she the first Divas champion as well in NXT?
Maybe.
She was. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's
so
not
that-
really a fucking accomplishment when she's the first one. Like, oh man, this long
Yes,
line of
yes, it
prestigious
is. Winning a
NXT
championship
champion.
Winning a championship is a huge accomplishment. And winning
Don't
two
they? Doesn't
championships
that
is
happen
an
all
even
the
bigger
time
one.
in the Indies? Where oh man, geez, you win. Do you have 2 titles at once? Wow, geez.
Hi,
That's
I'm
not-
Drew. This is my point, and it doesn't matter.
Well, The Miz technically has 2 titles, but I don't think he's going to win a Slammy.
No,
I
he'll win
guarantee
Slammy.
you he's gonna win a Slammy.
Mizdow will. Or Mizdow will win it, and fucking
Exactly.
Miz will take it.
Exactly.
Best
They're
impersonator
definitely
of the
doing
year. Yeah.
that. It'll be like best impression of the year or some bullshit like that. You know, they did that with Charlie Haas, and they did that with who was the other person that did something similar to impressions or something? It was like Santino or some shit. They'll definitely do.
Kozlov impersonated a wrestler.
Yeah, that's speaking of other like categories and stuff like that. That'll definitely be something. They'll figure out a way to give something to Ms. Dow. But Peyton's going with Stephanie. Wago's going with Paige. Miguel, did you give your pick? I can't remember.
I'm going to go with AJ just because out of the 5 we listed, she's the only one that could be considered a face. So I think
she's
the
got a
fans,
shot.
Yeah, she's got a shot.
And Drew, who do you think is going to win Diva?
Last year they passed up on AJ for both Bellas, so it would not surprise me if both Bellas won again.
Well, as like a collective unit, just the Bella twins. But
Like they did last year, yeah. Would not surprise me at all.
if they group them together, that could happen.
No, they did it last year, so they could do it again.
We got match of the year, and I really have no idea what WWE will decide to pick for nominees. But the first thing that comes to my mind that is probably going to end up winning is Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton versus Batista.
I was gonna say they'll probably throw the Undertaker match in there as well, but just because of what happened at the end.
Yeah, they might. That might end up winning. It'll have to be these big important things, and then maybe one like out of the blue good match.
You know, it's most of the time it has to be a match. The winner of the match is something that the people really got into. No one got into the Undertaker match until it was over. So I don't think that will win. I bet that will win Surprise of the Year, though.
That's why I think that the Daniel Bryan title win is going to end up getting this.
No.
Here-
Oh, yeah, this, yeah.
I was gonna say, here's the thing. It all depends on who they give match of the Superstar of the Year to, because if Daniel Bryan gets Superstar of the Year, I could see them maybe giving the match of the year to Taker versus Lesnar, just so that they can get Brock or Heyman out there. If they end up giving Superstar of the Year to Brock Lesnar, I could see them going with the Daniel Bryan matchup, just so that they can get Daniel Bryan out there to
Who
accept
won
the
Match of the
Slammy.
Year last year?
Was it Lesnar versus Triple H? that
Let me
last
double
year?
check.
Oh, was it?
I don't think it was that.
So wait, Ice Stain on Chess versus Lesnar? Is that what you mean?
I think that they were nominated, but I don't think that they won.
To
Yeah,
the
let's-
internet.
It was Lesnar and Triple H, because I remember being pissed off about it. They just had to give Triple H an award.
Yeah, because I remember
is-
Punk versus Lesnar wasn't nominated.
John Cena
No.
versus The Rock won.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Wow. That match fucking sucked.
The
There's
nominees.
a match this year that's not going to get voted, which should be because it's in NXT. But match of the year was at a rival, and it was between Cesaro and Sami Zayn.
That's
No,
actually-
do you think they'll have an
that's actually
NXT
what I was gonna
Slammy
pick.
Award? Do you think
I
they're
think
gonna
that
have...
match should win.
It
No, do you
won't
think they-
because it's not in the mainstream, but it should.
Yeah,
Why
it won't
not?
get nominated.
Why not? No, that'll get people to go check out NXT more.
That'd be a smart idea, but I don't think they'll even nominate anything from NXT. Unless maybe they've got one
It would be
award.
foolish because you could probably fill up the entire nominee list with matches from NXT.
Yeah. But I think, if anything, they'll have one award of, like, best developmental, like, NXT guy or something. And they'll probably throw that on the fucking...
Rising
one.
Star of the Year or something like that?
No, they'll have that, but they'll give that to Rusev for
Yeah.
the main roster. But I think, you know how they usually split it? It's the TV awards and then the online awards. And the online awards are, like, sometimes important ones, but usually not.
It's like
I think
best kits or some shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
if they do an
Best Hair of
NXT,
the Year.
if they do an NXT award of the year like NXT Superstar, they need to have them all like in the arena for it. Have Adrian Neville win, and say something on the mic like about Sami Zayn not being able to win the big one again.
It'd be a great way to promote the takeover, but I think if they do an NXT thing, they're going to do it on the online thing.
Probably.
And screw themselves over.
Make it a network exclusive.
Last year's nominees for Match of the Year were Undertaker versus Punk at WrestleMania, John Cena versus The Rock at WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns at Battleground, which was a fucking awesome match, and Brock Lesnar and Triple H at Extreme Rules. And they went with John Cena and The Rock because the fans just went with more popular thing. So
that was easily Punk Taker or fucking the tag match.
Yeah, the tag match is.
Did they have John Cena? Wait, did you say they have John Cena Bryan on the list?
What, from last year or no?
See, that makes no fucking sense. That started a storyline. You think they would have something like that?
It was more the post-match stuff than the match itself.
I like the match.
Yeah, but
technically, if you're going to count a match, it would be Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan, not John Cena versus Daniel Bryan.
No, except Randy Orton would have cashed in if it wasn't for Bryan winning.
He would have just cashed in on John Cena.
No,
because, made a difference.
No, but that means Triple H would have had the pedigree.
No.
Cena, so I don't know.
Yeah, so Match of the Year, they'll probably give it to something that isn't necessarily like the best technical match of the year, so keep that in mind, but I'm still sticking with my Daniel Bryan title win. I think that the fans are going to vote for that one.
I have one other option.
What's that?
Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Hell in a Cell.
I bet that'll be nominated.
That'll probably be nominated, yeah.
Either that or they'll nominate the John Cena Randy Orton Hell in a Cell match because they have to.
I'm sure John Cena versus Brock Lesnar will get nominated.
I don't want that. I bet since Triple H needs to win something, wouldn't surprise me if they had Triple H versus Bryan and that ends up winning it.
As much as I don't think they'll do Sami Zayn versus Sami Zayn versus Cesaro as the main vote, I think that's a cool idea if you had the Shield versus Evolution or the Shield versus the Wyatt family as one of the options to win, and Seth Rollins came out to accept the award. Then you have Roman Reigns return during his acceptance speech and just kick the fuck out of him.
He did say he was going to be around soon.
Yeah, sooner than we thought.
Don't you think that'd be a cool idea though, just to kickstart their feud again?
Yeah.
Don't you guys? Do you think my idea is cool? Come on, guys, validate me. Come on.
I would like it because I think that the Wyatt family versus the Shield match is probably one of the best matches of the year.
I was partial to that, but I prefer the Shield versus Evolution at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, I think I'm on the Evolution train because that way you could also maybe bait Batista coming in and showing off his lunchbox collection.
All right, so let's go around. Who do you think? What do you think is going to end up being your best guess? I guess Miguel, what's winning match of the year?
I'm going with Bryan, Batista, and Orton.
Drew,
I'm going to agree with you, Tony.
Wago,
I think the Shield versus Evolution take it.
Peyton,
Daniel Bryan versus Kane at Extreme Rules.
Well, Kane's got a shot, apparently.
Oh, and not a wake up, but which Evolution versus Shield match? That is
the one Extreme Rules, like I said the first time.
You didn't say it. I'm just saying.
I've said it twice actually. So.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
If you know what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying.
And the other award that they've announced is a little bit weird. That they don't seem to quite know exactly what the award is, so they just clarified it as Best Twitter Handle or Social Media Champion. I guess this essentially boils down to best guy on Twitter, but they couldn't figure out a good way. Yeah, either one. But they couldn't figure out a good way to just like sum that all up without saying best person on Twitter.
If only they had a belt to represent who the best person on the internet was.
Oh, they do in the WWE 2K15 game, but it has no champion.
It's vacant, actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Vacant winning a third championship this year.
And a Slammy, too.
Maybe he should be Superstar of the Year. A lot of people took time off. That would be fucking amazing.
I don't know. I think Abeyance deserves it.
How great would that be, though, if it was like, here are your nominees for Superstar of the Year. We've got John Cena, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, Daniel Bryan, Vacant. And they've got like that silhouette that they had on the superstar list on .com.
And then Roman Reigns can come out and kick the fuck out of him. Isn't that a good idea, guys?
He just does the Superman punch to thin air. They give it a sound effect.
No, if it was WWE, they'd have some guy in like one of those gray bodysuits with a full-length mask come out, and then Roman Reigns comes out and kicks him.
And then it would turn out that it's Hornswoggle in the mask.
No, knowing WWE, it would probably be like Zack Ryder or something in there.
Nah, he doesn't get TV time.
Well, no, it would be vacant in the role.
So since we don't really know exactly what this award is, it's really hard to try to figure out nominees, let alone the prediction of who's going to win. But
I know.
I've got it. It's actually quite easy.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Cranky Vince.
What, JBL?
I'm not having this discussion again.
I think the best person on Twitter from what I've seen is Dolph Ziggler, but I don't think that they'll necessarily go with that. Really, I don't have a clue what they'll end up doing. Maybe they'll give this to just who has the most fucking fans, and that'll go to, I think The Rock has the highest amount.
I remember when they made this award, everyone was like, Zack Ryder was going to win it because, the Ryder Revolution.
Yeah,
and it ended up being The Rock, I believe.
Yeah, so this is not Zack Ryder's year for this award.
Yeah, no, it's not Zack Ryder's year for
These
any
times
award.
passed.
But who do you think is going to win whatever the fuck this award is? Peyton?
Well, this has to go to the legend himself, at the Iron Sheik. Seriously, ever read this guy's Twitter? I mean, this gem he tweeted out on this Monday's Raw. The New Day or the new Go Fuck Yourself? Hashtag WWE Raw.
Man, that's really funny. We should have a segment for this.
Iron Sheik should be on the show because I feel like he'd fit in well.
Or how about this one? Me versus your whole family. I beat the fuck out everyone. That's the whole tweet. I am the fucking legend, not you, Raisin Balls Jabroni.
Raisin
Balls? You don't even know who he's tweeting at. He's just telling you that he's the legend, not you, Raisin Balls Jabroni. That's all you need to know. So if it's anyone other than at the Iron Sheik, it's wrong.
Raisin Balls. That'd be the worst cereal to eat in the morning. That reminds me of a side note about stupid cereal names or whatever. Great meme on Reddit the other day. That thing about the stoner can't think of the name of something. And they were trying to think of Fruit Loops, and it was, "Can you hand me the gay Apple Jacks?" All right, so Drew, who's winning whatever the Twitter award is?
I would like it to be Ryback because he's the big guy and he's done some pretty funny things on Twitters. But I'm gonna go with The Rock.
Miguel?
If we're talking about social media in general, I'm actually not going to go with a Twitter choice. I'm going to go with Randy Orton for the RKO out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah, they might figure out a way to loop that in there. That's true.
Yeah, I think this is to capitalize on that whole thing that was popular for like a minute. I mean, remember when they made that whole award just for Angry Miz Girl?
Yeah, that's true. Which they might do that again this year for best crowd reaction. They did that.
With the Undertaker guy?
Yeah, the Undertaker guy would definitely win that. They brought him up again on the podcast last night, so he's still fresh in their minds. And they did with him, didn't they? Didn't they have like an interview on the website or whatever with him?
Yeah,
I believe Randy Orton should be coming back from filming The Condemned 2 by the time the Slammy Awards happen. So, I mean, if they're going to bring him back, they might as well use this as a reason to.
Who do you think's winning the Twitter award, Lego?
I believe it's going to be the big guy for his tweet and delete.
That would be good. If they're like, here's Ryback's latest. He deleted it again.
It's like, just for the CM Punk tweet alone, it deserves it.
I love that picture of all the Rybacks standing around Punk.
Like, he could have gone off the wall and fucking had a fucking sissy fit over it, but no, he just posted that picture.
So those are the only 4 categories they've officially announced, but we can assume that they're going to do some similar things to what they've done before. And we brought up a couple of categories that we think they're going to do. Crowd reaction for the Undertaker Street guy. Either that or they just loop that into like craziest moment of the year or something like that. They could do something for the Vines. They could do something for NXT Superstar of the Year. If they do Breakout Star of the Year, which I'm pretty sure that they will, everybody here think it's going to be Rusev?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really need to break that down. Some of the last year's awards that they did, what do you think is the likelihood that they're going to keep this going? Well, first off, Beard of the Year. They're not going to do that.
Oh, hell yeah, they should.
They've got enough people that they could, but I don't think that they'll be doing it.
You know who shouldn't win? Fucking Sheamus. The
Yeah.
fuck's wrong with his chin?
You know who should win? Eric Rowan.
Well, not really, because he's missing parts of his beard because Sheamus
Well, what
keeps taking it.
Well, what about Upside Down Sheamus? I think he should win.
Doesn't Luke Harper have the longest beard?
Mm-hmm.
So-
It's
It's not about longest, it's best.
I could see them maybe bringing back Feat of Strength of the Year for Cesaro for his
but then
him
that
picking
means
up
they
the
want
Big
to push
Show.
him.
Oh yeah.
Feet of
Well, we
Strength.
know he's not going to get catchphrase of the year.
Yeah, Feat of Strength is something that I hope that they do. Catchphrase of the Year. Catchphrase of the Year is something that they should do, but the only real people that I can think them Feat of Strength. If they do Fetus Strength of the Year award, then God forbid. I don't know who the fuck would win that, but I wouldn't want to see. Catchphrase of the Year, they probably would do the whole like the best for business thing or something, or the yes chant.
Yes wins
Was
it
it yes
easily.
chant last year?
They could do the whole $9.99 thing.
Oh,
Actually, yeah, $9.99 would win.
How would How would 999 accept the award?
They'd probably have Hogan do it because he's been the real champion of the.
I would say Vince.
That old smelly bitch that had the woman, like, fucking wine bottle broke over her ass. Bring her back.
Hoda.
Yeah, and then we can throw
give
shit
her,
at her.
Give her best dance moves of the year.
So they've got Insult of the Year. I can't imagine them doing that.
I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I know there's been a few good zingers.
No, I bet Triple H has said some stuff that
I think
would
Miguel insulted Daniel Bryan the best when he said Kane's got a shot.
Extreme Moment of the Year. This is what's kind of odd. They have like multiple of the same thing. It's Extreme Moment of the Year. This is Awesome Moment of the Year. The Say
Yeah,
What
those are the same
Quote
thing.
of the Year. Like a lot of these things kind of the
Extreme-
insult of the Year could be the same as the Say What Quote of the Year. Like they do weird stuff
No,
like that.
see, well, I mean, these are out of context. That's why you're reading it like that. See, they're completely different. Insult of the year is when you burn somebody. Say what was like when someone said something really fucking stupid. Like pretty much anytime Jerry Lawler opens his fucking mouth.
Or Booker T.
No, extreme moment of the year is definitely going to probably go to the Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Both
It
of
has
the-
to. Like, there's no contest.
Yeah.
They'll end up
That-
doing something like the Daniel Bryan and Kane match that they had at Extreme Rules.
Was that an ambulance match?
Or was it
No.
Extreme Rules?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
an
it was
Extreme Rules. It was an Extreme Rules match.
Yeah, if they can nominate stuff like that, but I would assume it would be the Hell in a Cell.
It's a fucking Hell in a Cell bump. We haven't seen one in forever. It has to be it.
Right.
The only other extreme moment I could possibly say was just the decimation of John Cena by Brock
Yeah.
Lesnar.
I bet that
I
could
wouldn't
possibly
call
be
that.
nominated.
I wouldn't call it extreme though, as much as it was satisfying.
Yeah, I don't think that they would nominate that for Extreme. I think if they want to give that an award, they would make something up specifically for it. Like, it would be like the beatdown of the year.
The about time.
No, they should give the German suplex the What a Maneuver award.
Yeah. Or they do the best German suplex of the year award, and it's just all Brock Lesnar.
It's German suplex number 13.
Yeah.
German suplex number 7.
Then they swerve and Cesaro wins.
Yeah, something like one random one that he did on Raw. That'd be
But
great.
for him, it's just called a suplex.
What, he was Swiss?
Yeah, but he also speaks German and all the other kind of things.
They did push him as German for a while. There was like the one period.
You know what'll sell? Nazis.
I don't know if they'll do both Faction of the Year and Tag Team of the Year, but they should. And the different things that they can categorize for the Factions of the Year, we've got the Shield, the Wyatt Family, the New Day, the Authority, Evolution.
Yeah, Evolution?
The
It would-
Authority.
It would have to go with the Authority, though.
Really, I would have gone with the Usos.
For Faction of the Year, they're Tag Team.
Oh, okay. I thought that was.
What do you mean? They added Naomi to the Usos this past week, Mango.
That's true.
Yeah, can we
So-
talk about?
So
Can we
it's
talk about?
Oh, come on.
And for tag team, I would go with the Rhodes.
No, guys, come on. Miguel wants to say something. Go,
Wants to
Miguel.
tell us about Naomi.
No, I'm cool. You
No. I
Do
did
the
this for
thing.
you. Just fucking do it, okay?
Jesus, that was there was some malice there.
It was like, I did this for you, you little prick.
He was throwing
Yeah.
some mallets.
There was some malice in there, not mallets.
Some gavels.
It's never mallet with you guys.
Okay. Seriously, Miguel, will you fucking say what you want to say?
Oh.
That's not what you wanted to say, so go.
What's it
No.
about, the Tag Team division or the Factions? Or
No, you were just
What?
talking about Naoma. Fucking do it.
No, I wasn't. I thought you guys were doing tag team of the year. I wasn't paying attention.
No, you were starting to mention about something about Naoma.
No, I wasn't actually.
You
That's
wanted to
what I
talk
was-
about it. Oh, you what? Fuck you, Miguel.
So I'll tell you who's
We should
not
have listened
winning.
to Derek.
I'll tell you who's not winning Crowd of the Year is whatever
Sioux City,
bumfuck town that fucking Raw was in when Drew went to see it.
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
I don't know, Sioux City, Iowa. Was this year,
that,
right? Or was that last year?
that was
That
like
was
last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
We should have
still
listened to Derek, though. We should have listened to Derek, guys.
I don't think that they're going to be doing a Crowd of the Year because that was basically just meant for that one fucking post-wall thing, post-WrestleMania thing. And there's nothing crazy that happened this year. The big trend for the crowds this year was the dumbass let's start chanting for the announcers bullshit. And
if they do chant of the year, they can do CM Punk.
yeah, they're not going to do that.
I would say if there was one great crowd chant that came out this year, it was the John Cena sucks to his theme music.
Yeah.
That
That
was-
doesn't get used anywhere near enough.
Yeah, that chant's been around like for years and years, but it's only just started to get louder.
So
No,
for the
I
tag
have-
team possibilities of the year, since they're probably not going to count NXT people, and if they do separate tag team and faction, that kind of rules out like, not that they would win anyway, but like 3MB. We've got Cody Rhodes and Goldust, which they could combine with Stardust and Goldust. I don't know if they would do separate.
Oh yeah, it would.
We've got Los Matadores. We've got New Age Outlaws.
Ugh.
Primetime players. They're not even going to get nominated.
Slater Gator.
Real Americans, Rybaxel, Slater Gator, Usos,
Can we talk about real tag teams?
and Xavier Woods and R-Truth. Those are really the only tag teams we got. So I could see the Usos winning Tag Team of the Year.
Yep, I think it's going to be the Usos.
Usos have to win. Actually, I'd be okay with the New Age Outlaws winning just because I like them better than any team on the roster right now, but...
Actually, I am missing Damian Sandow and The Miz.
Yeah. We kind of have to be a team. They are champions.
Yeah. So if it's not the Usos, it's Mizdow and Miz. I don't think
Yeah,
they'll
I'm
give
Did
it to
Outlaws have a match at Mania?
Yep. And they had a match.
Yeah, it
they,
was
had
like
they had a few matches
3
at the
minutes.
beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, was that the Shield match?
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Damn,
they won Didn't they win the tag titles at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, they won it.
Yeah, for a hot minute.
Yeah, I mean
The
they're eligible, but they're not going to end up winning it.
See, I would go with the Rhodes. They won the tag titles twice under two different personas. They've reinvented themselves. They've, I think, excelled the
Goldust.
furthest this year.
Especially Goldust. He went from Goldust to fat.
And then he's skinnier now more than ever.
And now he's
Still
older.
fat dust, apparently. So let's go around here. If they do tag team and they do faction, who's going to win both of them? We go.
Faction.
We go.
Wait.
Was that Wago or Miguel?
It's Wago.
Okay. You say funny sometimes. I have to go with the Shield and the Usos.
Miguel?
Faction of the year, I think I'm probably going to go with the Authority, just because it'll give a reason for Triple H to come out and accept an award. If we're going with Tag Teams of the year, I think it's probably going to be Miz and Damian Sandow, just because they're the hot tag team right now, and it gives them a reason to come out. And seeing the interplay between Miz and Sandow in terms of who accepts the award is going to be pretty funny.
Drew?
I'm gonna go with the Authority and the Usos.
Peyton?
The Authority and the Rhodes.
And a couple other categories that we had last year that may or may not return or may be renamed or something like that. The You Still Got It Best Superstar Return of the Year.
Sting.
Well, it's not really a return.
I'm gonna go with Ryback.
I would say it's a return.
I would think that the Sting thing might come up as the
Shocking moment.
The shocking moment, or, you know, what the fuck was that kind of thing of the year.
What the fuck was that?
What the fuck was that? That was an abomination.
We've got Couple of the Year. You know, Triple H and Stephanie, right?
Yeah.
And Best Dance Moves of the Year. I don't think that we'll be having that. But
we already decided upon that.
If they do, that's going to Fandango or Hoda.
Or Emma.
What about Emmer?
Might be.
Or it might go to the Bellers.
Here's one that's interesting, though. They had Favorite Web Show of the Year last year. And now they would obviously switch that around to, like, Favorite Network Show or something. But if they do include all of them in there, what do you think the fans would end up voting for Best WWE Network Show?
Monday Night War.
Legends House.
Ooh, I didn't even remember Legends House. I could see that winning.
I have no fucking idea.
Unless you count Beyond the Mat. Or whatever the fuck it's called. What is it called? The ones where they do, like, the documentaries.
Beyond the Ring, I think.
Beyond the Ring.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Just one doesn't puke in a bucket.
I could see the Monday Night War getting more recognition than the Beyond the Ring. But
here's a documentary of all the other documentaries you've already seen.
Yeah, kind of. But I think that the Legends House might have an edge on that.
Anything that let. Oh no, wait, never mind. I was gonna say anything that lets us see Sheik, but Sheik wasn't on Legends House. Although he should if they bring it back.
Sheik was on Legends House, actually. The episode where they did a roast.
Oh, okay.
You know who's got a shot if they pick the Brothers of Destruction?
Taker?
Yeah.
I'd love to see Taker come back. I mean, that'd be great.
Miguel, shut up.
So, when it comes to the Slammy Awards, that's going to be happening this weekend this upcoming Monday night on Raw. And we will obviously be covering the results of that on the Monday Night Raw post show and talking about whatever other nonsense we feel like talking about. So make sure that you guys tune in to the Monday Night Raw post show immediately after Raw, and you can listen to whatever the hell we end up doing for that. And
we might talk about Raw this time. We haven't decided.
Yeah, we might. Depends. If it's a really terrible episode, we might do a Raw quick draw for that instead.
No, we just won't talk about it. We'll just talk about something else.
So we are going to go into the next main event here, called The Spot. So click on that next video. Stay tuned if you're on iTunes and Stitcher. Leave those comments below if you're on YouTube, or on the website if you're on iTunes and Stitcher. We'll be right back.